uh, what we want to do to have a small demo about the activity for results. I'm just trying to create one more activity here in this particular project. Last time we have seen that we have this particular specific activity which help us to uh, play that specific game, in which if we click on the bigger number it will give you the points, if you click on the smaller number then you will lose the points, and so on. Okay, so that is, again, we have seen that if we go into from the portrait mode to the landscape mode, it's changed that particular specific score back to 0, and how we can fix those things. So how we can fix that specific issue, that will be come a little bit later. Okay, the reason is that how we can save the information inside the permanently inside the Android system, that is the topic that we will cover in the future lectures. But right now we want to improve, we want to see that we want to create a new activity here. We call them the activity which is actually game activity. Okay, and in the game activity we want to make it the launcher activity. Okay, let me finish it right now. We can do it in the manifest file. For example, if you look at that, I mean, it is trying to implement those things, and then look at that. This game activity is there automatically. I don't need to do anything. Okay, so automatically it added that specific activity uh, entry inside our manifest file. So what I do, I just put that particular specific part from the main activity and put it here inside this one, and if I try to run that particular activity, that particular application again, and come back to my, it will show me the new activity that I have created, not the other one. So look at that, it's a blank one, this game activity. Where's the game activity XML file? Nothing is there. There's a constraint layout, nothing is there. It is not showing me anything. You understand my point? Now, only because I have changed that particular specific behavior. Now this main activity is not the launcher activity. I make the other activity, which is the game activity, as the launcher activity. Okay. So how we can, I mean, let me go back and put a button here, change that particular activity from the constraint layout, the linear layout, changing that particular specific orientation to the vertical one, and then I say that I want to put a button here, wrap content, text, start game. Okay, and then here I can give the on click event, and in the on click I say start game, and then I can simply press alt enter, and then it will create that particular specific method. So now once I have created that method, what I will need to do here, I need to create an intent here. Intent intent is equal to new intent, this comma, and we can say that main activity dot class, because we are going to start that main activity from this particular intent. And then instead of having that start activity, I'm saying the start activity for results. We can pass that particular intent, fine, but second number is we need to pass a unique integer value. Of course, you can simply say that, okay, I want pass 79. Fine, but you have to remember this thing, that this is a unique integer value which will differentiate between the other activities which are giving back the results. And you know that we need to implement on activity result. Okay, we just need to, I mean, this is already there, so we don't need to worry about it. Okay, I just come down here and here I need to implement that results back. That we will do later. Right now we go into the main activity. I mean, we have that particular main activity which is performing all those things, and then I create another in the main activity. After that scores, I create another button to finish that game. So what I do, I just go here, that scores. So I say that I want to create a button, a wrap content. I want to make it text. Text will be the finish game, and I want to make it center line. So of course we say that constraint left to the parent, and then we say that constraint right to the right of the parent, and it should be constraint top to the bottom of that scores. Okay, so you can see that. Maybe I can put some margin on the top. Margin, not margin, margin top 20 dp. I can say that the text size 30 sp. Okay, and that's it. I think that should be quite enough. And then here I want, when you say finish game, when I click on that, I said on click finish game. Again, that's a method that we need to create in our main activity. I go there, that method is created. Here again, I need to create that particular intent. Intent is equal to new intent, and then we say this, and then I say that the game activity dot class, it is going to start, and then I'm putting some extra value. I want that whatever that score is, I want to send back that scores to the, so I say that intent dot put extra scores, and then that scores value, whatever that, because we have defined that particular scores variable, that's an integer type variable. I'm just sending back those scores to the calling method, calling activity, you can say that. And then we can say that set results. So here we can say that we can also put some intent data, but we say that activity dot look result cancel, result first use, result okay, whatever specific thing you want to. So I say that okay, because we have played the game. Okay. Okay, if I say, I mean, I also condition that thing. If scores is less than 0, or we can say that if it is greater than equal to 0, then the result is okay. In the else part, the set result activity dot cancel. I just want to give you a different flavor that if we have, depending on different situations, maybe we have two different results code, and then how we can handle in the other activity. And then we can simply say that finish that specific activity that we are in. Okay, I'm not calling it this particular specific activity start activity or something like that. No, I'm just say finish this activity. When this activity is finished, when this specific thing is finished, automatically it will send back the results to the activity who has started this one for the results. Automatically, we have set all that intents, and it will go back. Fine. Now I go to the main, this is my main activity, and now I go back into the, now here, as you remember that we need to make a, if we have multiple, right now we don't need to worry about it. We can also say that if the request code is double equal to 79, we will perform certain things. and then we say that if that particular result code is double equal to activity dot okay, we perform something else. In the else part, else if request code, not the request code, it should be result code. Okay, the same thing will become down here, not the request code. Request code is 79. I'm talking about the result code. Result code is this one. Okay, activity dot cancelled, and in the else part we can do something different. If not cancelled, not result, because we also have that first time first user, first time user, and so on. We have all those things. We can see that. So if this is the case, what do I want to show it over there? It has sent me back the results because they are more greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so I can simply say that toast dot make toast this result from main activity is, I simply say that we have that specific information. If I just try to bring it, look at it, not null, add the data nullable, that data can be null, that intent can be null. If you don't create that intent and then there's nothing there, so maybe we can also check this thing here as well. Before we can make that particular toast, we can check if that particular data is not equal to null. If data is not null, then show me the toast. Okay, and then I can say that data dot get data string, or get int extra, get int extra. Where's that? Here is that. So get int extra. Here we can say that scores. We have to make sure that we are giving the same thing. I just try to copy paste from here so that I know that everything is same. And then we need to give the -1, the default value, if that does not exist over there. This is my, okay, yeah, this is my message that I want to show it over there. And then I need to toast dot length, and then I finally say that show. Okay, I just take the same thing here from this one, and I just say that main activity results is this one. Fine, the result is cancelled, then the value will be -1. Value should be negative. I just try to make that particular default value as a 0 so that I know that what is happening over there. And then again I put the same thing here. It means that it's a first time user. Maybe as results from the, I don't want to show any scores here. Okay, is different. I just try to give you the different flavors that how we can do that. Okay, but most appropriate way is that instead of giving that particular number here, if you can define that number here, something like this, make it public static final int, and then you can give main underscore activity AC activity is equal to 79. That's a much more, and then you can use that main activity name here because it will be much more easier for us to remember that this particular specific is actually representing the main activity. So we can say that main activity, where is the main activity? This one. And then here we can simply say that main activity is some not this one, this one. Okay, so this is how we are trying to handle the results back. So I think that we have implemented all the things. So let me run that particular specific. So click on that particular game. Right now that's a 0. If I just finish this thing, where's my, where is my, have we called that one? Yep. In the, here we are saying that on activity results, start for activity. Okay. What we are saying, if data is not equal to null, then you show it. Activity dot results. That is what we are saying, that if the result scores is greater than equal to 0, then result is okay, and then we finish. Let me see if I'm not missing anything here. Yep, intent, this, activity dot results, comma, we need to set that result to this particular intent. Okay, so we need to say that it is a result for this particular intent. We have not set anything there. Start the game. I just finish it. Look, it's showing me that particular specific results. Fine, again I start the game, I play that particular game, like this is greater, again I just go back, it show me the scores as well. If I start the game again and now I try to make it a negative value, finish the game, and then we have having this thing. So that is how we can send back the results. Okay, very limited one, but if you want to send back the more data, then what you can do, you can save that particular data here in a specific file, and then you can simply send the name of that location and the name of that particular file inside the intent to the calling activity, and then activity can go and read that particular file if you want to send back the big amount of data and information. So that is the demo for our start activity for results. Okay, so let me finish our video.